What's going on, guys? Welcome to it. It's time for another edition of the rounds. Brewdthere-drankthat and Allthatales proudly present. We're going to pour another pint of knowledge here today, and in our quest to bring you the freshest and tastiest in all the brews, we're going to feature a limited edition release. Support local, think local, that kind of thing. So today we've actually got a growler of Terrapin's Tree Hugger, which is a kind of a collaboration they do. This actually supports local Dogwood Festival and the Green Fest. Both of those are kind of related to saving trees, making sure that enough trees get planted when they're chopped down. There's also a beer festival and music festival that go along with that. So what is the Tree Hugger? Well, the Tree Hugger is an alt beer, and for those of you who are aware, for those of you who aren't aware, alt beers are one of only a handful of German-style ales. This traditionally means old or aged slightly. This is a session beer. It comes in at 4.9% alcohol by volume and features 5 different malts, 2 different hops, and I'm waiting to hear on the IBUs. So theoretically you'll see that when the stat screen runs. Should be medium body, lightly dry finish. From what I understand, typical of the style is that hops are going to provide more of the aroma as opposed to anything else. But we will see. The 2 hops involved are Mount Hood hops and Vanguard hops. And like I said, 5 different malts. All 5 of the malts are organic. So as you can see, we didn't get an insane amount of head out of there, but it seems to be sticking around, kind of leaving that thin caking just across the top. Not really a super well-structured head, but again, keep in mind this is a German ale. Gorgeous hue to it, riding that fine line between a nice red and just a light brown. Malt-driven. Complex nose, little toffee, almost a little chocolate, and that's more the dry cocoa as opposed to like a milk chocolate. Seems like there might be a little bit of unfermented sugar there, just an extra touch of sweetness, and the hops aren't really presenting all that much. Interesting. The Vanguard hops I'm not particularly familiar with. However, on that first sip, almost right at the halfway point of the flavor profile, kind of got a dry hop characteristic. And not necessarily hoppy bitter, but really just dry. And it kind of rode out the malts. That's interesting. I have had some alt beers I really enjoy. One of the first that springs to mind is Lucky 13 Alt. That one I just thought was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, but very different. This is going to be much more akin to the true, or yeah, much closer to being on the line of a true alt beer, which actually originated in Dusseldorf. For those of you who are fans of your German geography and whatnot. Smooth, kind of it's got a round mouth feel to it, but it's not quite velvety. It's almost like just a little velvety and maybe a little buttery. Really interesting. And again, fully sessionable, 4.9%, which makes it about 1% more alcohol than anything the Crap 2 produce, or at least their mainstays, I should say. Caramel, kind of toffee. Just that touch of kind of almost that powdery cocoa characteristic. Not over the top on hops at all. Super enjoyable, pretty damn approachable. And you guys should be seeing a food and beverage pairing for this here pretty quick. If you can get your hands on any of it by the time this video comes out, Lord knows if there'll be any left. But I would definitely recommend it. Get out there, support local. You know it's going to a good cause. Proceeds, part of these proceeds go to help plant more trees and whatnot. And support the Green Fest there in the Dogwood Festival. That's it for us here on the rounds, guys. Remember, drink American, drink independent, and drink to your health. And we'll see you next time here on the rounds. My name, of course, has been Glenn. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.